Hello, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and this is a card we're doing today. It's the Wonderful World Designer Series paper, and this is card number 5. I did not use the stamps, the Wonderful World stamp set with this, just the paper. This is the Fern, I used the Fern 3D embossing folder on this front piece. This is Pear Pizzazz, 5 1/4 by 4. Before I glue that on, I forgot I have a ribbon to put on there. This ribbon is the Whisper White ribbon, and I just colored it with my light Melon Mambo Stampin' blend. Tied the bow around something. See if I can get this on without getting glue all over myself. That was not the best choice of things to do. I want it in the center, but that's not it. I can do it. That looks about right. Put that to the back. And since there's always glue on there, it should hold. That's what I get for forging ahead. Trim a little of that off, because it doesn't need to be that long. Normally I tape this, but I think I should be able to just glue it. We'll see. A little bit of that off. Okay. Sometimes I make a sticky mess. Make sure that's where I want it in the front. Not quite. I can adjust it. Okay, let's put more glue on there. Take it from me. You need to put the ribbon on first, then the glue. Works a whole lot easier. But I wasn't about to do it over. That's pretty close to center. I'll glue that onto the front. I'm going to lift this. Go. Move it down just a little. There. Okay. Now you could wrap the ribbon, tie a bow, and then put the bow on, but I found that doing it this way, the bow doesn't come off. Sometimes the bows come off if you do it the other way. Anyway, that's that. Now I'm going to take these pieces, and I'll tell you where I got these pieces. I've got those, and then I've got all these little flowers. Get them over here. You see those flowers. These little flowers here. Okay. I got on the inside this image. Came from Nature's Prints along with the sentiment, best wishes and happy thoughts. I stamped this in Mossy Meadow, and I stamped this in Pear Pizzazz. And then for my happy birthday, I got the tag from Harvest Dies, this tag right here, and stamped this in Mossy Meadow. For the happy birthday, that came from Days to Remember, fit perfectly in there. Okay. This frame came from Fabulous Frames dies, and it's this, and it actually die cuts out the center. So I took that center piece and I wanted this to be a little stronger, so I made the DSP to match this size of that and glued that together like so. Okay. Now, let's turn that around this way. You want your flowers right side up. That's very helpful. You just don't want any white showing. So this covers it completely. So we'll set that aside to dry and we'll put this on. This is kind of fragile, but I put glue here. Get it to come out. Try that again. Doesn't come out when you want it to. And then you might get more than you bargained for. Okay, there we go. So I put glue there, and here, put some over here. If you feel like you got too much, just kind of spread it around, and then I wanted this to stick down too, so I tried to put a thin line of glue here, like so. Come back. Now I got glue all over my pants. Okay. Let's see if I can get some glue around here without dropping it again. There. Okay. And I had some tweezers, but I'm not sure where they are handy. Oh, here they are. Here's a pair of tweezers. Might be easier to pick it up with tweezers than my fat fingers. And then I tried to get this in the center as best as I could. Like so. Okay, it's like that. And we're going to take this piece, excuse me, put dimensionals on the back of it. And I just used 5. For that. It's been very beautiful here. I've been trying to do a little bit of stuff inside and then stuff outside when it's not too hot. Not sure what the temperature is. My internet keeps going in and out, so I'm going to just center that right there. Okay? Then I took my happy birthday and I put 2 dimensionals on the back of that. And I thought this looked kind of plain to me. I mean, I liked it, but I decided it needed something else. So I took the Forever Fern and these 2 leaves and stamped them with the Pear Pizzazz. And I tried to stamp them so they weren't too dark because I didn't want them super dark. And then I took the dies that you can purchase and I cut them out with those. And then I took a little bit of glue put just a little bit of glue right there. Doesn't need a lot, just a little bit. And I put one right there. Just want to make sure it doesn't stick out too far. And then I put another one right there. And then I did the same on the other side. Now if you're finding that your pear pizzazz is kind of dark, you can stamp off first and then stamp the leaves. I kind of had to experiment. I stamped off on with that. I don't know what that's called, but I thought it was pretty. And I stuck this one over here. So, okay, then I have my hydrangea dies, and I stamped 2 or 3 of these rows, so I would have plenty in case I lost some. Because what I did was, there's 6 here and 6 here, and I wanted to make sure I had enough. So that means I needed 12. So let's make sure we got 12. Yep, there's 12. So let me get this thing here so I don't get glue all over everything. I took each one of these, put a dab of glue in the center, and then put that on there like that. And we're gonna, hopefully I guess I didn't get enough glue. Let's try that again. Come on. Hole must be plugged. There. Probably should be using my tweezers. Might be easier. I should have had these already, but I wanted to show you how I did it. Okay. Come on. Oh, too much. Either you get too much or not enough sometimes. Anyway, this is how I made these flowers. Once you make all your little flowers, then you're going to glue them here. I think I lost one somewhere. Let's get some of that off. I think one jumped into my lap. Oh, there it is. Landed on the floor. Seriously, I'm having a little bit of trouble today. Here's that one. This one's got too much glue on it. There's 3. Okay. Put a glue there. Okay, once you do that, you take each one of these, put another dab of glue on the back. I don't like how much is coming out. Okay, and then I just kind of put them around on these leaves here. You don't have to go to all this extra. I just kind of like the way it looked. It's kind of added something to the card. Okay. Enough gluing. And then you can take your tweezers or whatever you want and kind of lift the leaf or the petals up a little bit after they dry, but you want to let that dry. And then I took these brushed brass butterflies. Say that 10 times and see if you say it right. And I put them on the card. I used one small one, or 2 small ones and 1 large one on this card. Okay, that's the card. And in the envelope, I just took this stamp, piece of scrap paper, because I want to stamp off so it's not too dark. Stamp off. See how dark that is? And this is Pear Pizzazz. And then stamp the envelope. I liked it much better, lighter green. And that's card number 5. So like I said, I got 11 cards out of this. I got these 2. Stack them. Those 2. These 2. 3 of these. And 2 of these. So there's 11 cards total. And like I said on my last video, I only had 3 pieces of scrap left of a 12 by 12 sheet. So I got all 11 cards out of a 12 by 12 with just that much paper left. And I told you how I made the ribbon with this and this, because I didn't have that color ribbon and that's what I wanted. So be sure and subscribe, share, and like my video. Go to my blog. It's in the down arrow. Just push down arrow. You can get to my blog from there, and you can get to my online store. This paper and this stamp set are free with a $100 purchase during celebration. So you have a blessed day and have fun stamping.